finna block up, I got it lit. We got some hoes lit behind the tents. I heard you sent some shooters where they been. I heard he jacking gang but we ain't friends. I'm getting money now, I'm on a chase. And you chasing hoes, damn what a disgrace.
Man, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy, What You Doing, Kyrie, and I'm back with another banger reaction. And today, we're going to be reacting to NFL hits you won't believe actually exist. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and comment on the video, your favorite part. Let's get into the video.
There are some crazy tackles in the NFL. Like, did you know that one player tackled a fan? Or that players are allowed to pull each other's hair? These are NFL tackles you won't believe actually exist.
Not a pretty sight at all.
No. And first up, the only way the Bengals could bring Derrick Henry down was by leaving his cheeks exposed.
Henry.
Oh, y'all remember that?
By Hill.
That tackle was dirty. But this next one was non-existent because one tackle had a running back playing the wrong sport.
The football volleys to open up the third quarter.
But at least his teammate had the ball back, unlike our next play. Because this player had an open field for a touchdown until it was shut down by his own teammate.
See that kind of stuff does.
Oh my God, he laid the boom on him. He boomsticked him.
That make you just get up, get all your stuff and go home. No.
He ended that dream some money, but at least he wasn't caught celebrating early, because Marcus Cooper thought he made the play of his life until he got caught lacking.
The Bears are going to get a touchdown out of this. I think that ball was knocked out before he crossed the goal line, at least from here.
That one was mindless. Imagine having your dome blown off. Just watch how one cheap shot left Teddy Bridgewater questioning where he was.
4, 5, 6 different games.
Bro, that's an illegal hit for real. Not even gonna lie. You're not even supposed to really do that. That's the same thing that happened to Trevor Lawrence. He got hit like that. They started a whole big old fight, bro. That's so stupid, bro.
And if you thought that was nasty, wait until you see what happened to Devontae Adams. See, he was already on his way down until the Bears hit him so hard, his equipment might still be flying.
To Adams. Ooh, he got popped in the face. Oh, my mouth guard comes out, and they're asking for help right away.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Devontae waking up in another dimension. But imagine a fan taking the punishment. Look, a streaker was interrupting the play, but Bobby Wagner wasn't playing games.
Oh yeah, that was Wagner.
He let him know that the field was for big.
I'm not even gonna. I think it's during the Super Bowl. I'm not even gonna lie. To be honest, I think it was. I don't really know.
Dogs only. But that fan wasn't the only one looking like a child, because Danny Amendola was picked up like a baby and put to bed.
Down. This play helped.
Oh my.
It was one of those roughing
Oh my God.
But at least he wasn't left humiliated like Russell Wilson. Look, Russ was calling a play from his end zone when his own teammate put him on his ass.
Wilson falls down in the end zone.
But Russ wasn't the only one whose teammate had it out for him. Because in Super Bowl 32, Steven Atwater was locked in on a receiver, but instead knocked down 3 bodies.
Atwater
God.
Killed Randy Hilliard.
Yeah, this dude made a tackle so hard, he wasn't even safe of his damn self. And Chris Ivory only has himself to blame too, because he thought he got past Jadeveon Clowney, but Clowney reached for the only thing left hanging around.
Ivory taken down by his hair. Another man with long hair.
Oh my God, I think this is like it was like a couple years before, like the James Cook one. But not gonna lie, bro. I know that hurt, bro, because it hurts to have long hair. I'm not even gonna lie. I know he was feeling it after the play.
Clowney was the one who ripped him down.
Damn, this dude got tackled by his own thoughts. And so did Troy Polamalu. See, Polamalu's hair was legendary. And when it was disrespected, his team was ready for smoke.
Larry Johnson tackled him by the hair. And look at the players. They're upset about the way.
Yeah, that's what really cool. That's the hair pulling and all the other stuff with the, like the dreads and stuff. That's what it could lead to. Not even gonna lie. I know I'm pausing the video a lot. I'm sorry, but you know I'm trying to get my comments in. You know.
Johnson tackled Polamalu. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's how you have your teammates back. But it wasn't the same for the Eagles. See, Eric Reid already had beef with Philadelphia. And after his cheap shot on Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz tried to step up and got the worst of it all.
Sometimes when you get the competition, all that goes out the window.
No, and that's something crazy too. Cause I think he's a safety or something. I don't know. And he put a tight end on his back. That's like crazy strength. I mean, that's crazy strength.
Yeah, Ertz needs to know when someone has nothing to lose. But even the GOAT had to learn that the hard way. Look, Tom Brady was scrambling for a first down when Nate Clements went headhunting.
Here's the hit.
Oh my God.
Looked like a knockout hit by Nate Clements.
Not my GOAT. Not my GOAT. Man, that's some cheap stuff, bro. I'm telling you, that's crazy.
Damn, Brady got popped. But imagine getting tackled by the hardest hitting player ever. See, Dustin Keller was throwing a pass in the middle of the field when he met Ray Lewis.
Throws middle. What a shot by Lewis on Dustin Keller.
Yeah, Ray needs to be left alone. But there was no way Vince Young could escape his punishment, as Vince got gang tackled by the Steelers, and James Harrison delivered the finisher.
Secondary, Tommy goes. He was it high by Smith. Let's look at it. They all try to get him to the ground.
That was a quarterback's worst nightmare. Imagine being left without a soul, because you gotta see the time Sheldon Brown left Reggie Bush without an air supply.
Damn! But he still had Sheldon Brown on the flat.
Legend has it, Reggie is still out there on his knees looking for a soul. But imagine a ref delivering blows. See, the Saints ran a trick play to perfection until a referee's tackle ruined everything.
Yo.
Get out the way! Dude had one job to stay out of the way, but a lineman couldn't stay in his place either. See, Robert Hunt caught an illegal pass and showed why he needed to stick to blocking.
And he came up
Way to go, big
He almost
fella.
lost his mind. But nobody is flipping out like George Pickens. See, George Pickens is the NFL's newest menace, because at just 23 years old, George is already carving out his place in the league, one freak-out moment at a time.
Throws incomplete. That was Jackson on the coverage of Pickens.
That brother right there is a crash out. Man, y'all should have seen him when he gets I don't know who it was, but it was somebody. But y'all should have seen him. He's a D1 crash out, bro. I'm telling you.
But whether it's a disrespectful block or straight up spazzing out, it's clear that Pickens takes everything personal. But in Week 10 of the 2024 season, Pickens went from crazy to straight up unbelievable. See, after an interception was thrown, Pickens raged out with a
Yeah, right there. Yeah, so watch the Commanders. Washington Commanders. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Deion Sanders couldn't hide from being humiliated. See, Primetime was not only the greatest quarterback to play, but he was also the most dynamic punt returner in the league. I mean, in 1998, he had the record for the most returned touchdowns of all time. And with this ability back in the day, his words crossed the line. See, before Deion's game against the Colts, he straight up disrespected all the punters around the league.
If I could see his eyes, if I could make eye contact with you, baby, you might as well fold up. Stop!
Yeah, Deion was fierce too, Deion. But imagine being tackled soulless. See, Brian Dawkins was one of the most feared safeties in the league. I mean, he was so locked in. Dawkins told the future.
He was like, Spikes, I'm gonna take his soul. And I was like, what? I'm gonna take his soul. I wanna see how bad he wants to play.
And sure enough, that next play, he left Greg Jennings soul searching.
Another shot for Jennings.
Oh.
Jennings caught it.
Oh, my.
Dawkins hit him. Did he have possession and control of the ball?
That was crazy. What he had to say after the hit was diabolical.
He gets up over him. Just say, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
It was a wake-up call for anyone who dared to step onto the field. Look, the dude was so dominant, he was a major reason why hits on defenseless receivers are outlawed today. Yeah, Brian was out there juiced on something out of this world. But Luke Kuechly's tackles made history. See, in 2013, Kuechly gave us tackling.
I'm not gonna lie. He was the best linebacker. I think he was like a linebacker or something. A middle linebacker. I don't know. But he was the best at his position. But he retired early. I'm not even gonna lie. That's such a shame, bro. He could have been better than bro. I don't even know for real, bro. He could have been good though. That's all I know.
Performances of a lifetime, because on a primetime Monday Night Football game, he set the tackling record.
As we go through it, as Thomas runs into Kuechly. A juggle on the catch, and Colston down inside the 20. Pass is caught. That's Graham. That's his first. Ingram out of the backfield.
Yeah, Kuechly balled out with 24 tackles and delivered one of the
that's
most dominant
insane.
defensive performances ever seen. The only way they were going to stop him that night was if he got banned from playing, just like our next moment. See, the NFL was suffering so many injuries from the hip drop tackle that the league had to get rid of it for good. Now, a hip drop tackle is when a tackler uses all of their body weight and drags a player down by their hips, which puts excessive force to the lower body. And trust me, it wasn't just any player taking the heat, because even Patrick Mahomes felt the wrath of this tackle in 2023.
Mahomes may have been shaken up as he was taken down.
Oh my
Grabbed that
God.
right ankle right away. And in a lot of pain.
That was twisted. But just days later, Tony Pollard took a hip drop tackle even more devastating.
Pollard has it backed up by Ward, and now Pollard is hurt.
That tackle left Pollard with a sprained ankle and a broken leg. So the NFL had to step in and stop the violence by having the tackle banned. But of course, the NFL Players Association wasn't having it. Even Pat McAfee predicted how the next season would play out.
Well, refs be confused as hell trying to figure out if it's a penalty or not. Is the NFL just putting this in just in case somebody does tear an ACL on a tackle that they can penalize it in the spot? How often are refs going to be looking for this or trying to call this? There's just so much questions around it. And if you talk to any player that has tackled somebody in an NFL game on a regular basis, they say this is the dumbest thing of all time. It's not like I'm doing a hip drop tackle on purpose.
And Pat was right.
Because he's not even wrong for it. He being straight honest. Because they just made the rules too.
NFL players are still getting hit with illegal hits, just like Joe Mixon's unlucky play. Now, the new rule might be a little confusing, but when it comes to player safety, the NFL is clear. Safety first. And there's no one who understands that better than the Buffalo Bills. See, in 2023, Damar Hamlin shocked the sports world when he suffered a cardiac arrest during a game. It was a moment that no one in Buffalo or the NFL would ever forget. But what if I told you that one tackle the next season had the Bills experiencing deja vu?
Right down the line, and it's marked a first down. It was Okereke again, and Harris is the one who is shaken up.
Suddenly, Harris wasn't moving. The stadium went silent, and fans watched in horror as medics rushed to the field. For the Bills, it was a nightmare coming back to life. Now, throughout the 2023 season, the Bills dedicated their season to Damar Hamlin. So when the ambulance pulled in with Damar's name and number plastered all over the vehicle, the ghost of Buffalo's past was right in front of them.
The good news is while we were in break, we did get a thumbs up from Damian Harris.
Harris was rushed to the hospital, and all of Buffalo held its breath. But by the next day, their prayers were answered. Harris was released with a full recovery. But
let's go, my boy. That's what I have to see, man. That's a good story, bro. That's God's work right there, man. Let's go.
nobody could escape the brutality in the body bag game. See, in 1990, the Eagles' defense injured 9 players. Yeah, this unit was nicknamed the Gangrene Defense, delivering some of the most bone-crushing tackles in the game ever. From the very first hit, you can tell this wasn't going to end well for Washington.
This is a wobbly line drive. Stanley from the 33. And back to the 49-yard line, a 15-yard run back.
And the punter wasn't escaping because he got carried off in a stretcher.
Rush was on. Mosienko gets it away. Fair catch is called for.
And Mosienko, Al, is hurt. He got hit at the end of that play.
It was getting nasty. Even the big O-line were falling out.
Ground for Philadelphia so far.
There he is again, bouncing off a tackle.
We've got, is that Minuski still down on the field? Greg Minuski,
The Eagles were dropping bodies like a war zone, but they were out there for their leader. I mean, they left the Redskins without one quarterback.
And I think Humphries is hurt. Did you see his leg get twisted when he went down?
Absolutely nobody was safe from injury. See, the running back was forced to throw some passes, and it was evident that no one was escaping this massacre. Because just to seal the deal, the Eagles delivered one final blow to a returner, leaving him with a concussion, and Washington without hope.
Taken by Howard at the 31, and Howard is still sprawled out.
Now that's how you lose physically and mentally. But now we're in our top 2 moments. So we're going to take these next tackles to the max. And I'm talking about tackles with money on the line. Look, in 1989, the Eagles and Cowboys faced off in the infamous Bounty Bowl. Now, Philly and Dallas have one of the fiercest rivalries in sports because they've embarrassed each other every other chance they could get throughout history. And during their game on Thanksgiving, the Eagles were not playing fair because the physicality was at its highest when they were spanking the Cowboys 27-0. And when the game was clearly over, the Eagles still wanted Troy Aikman tackled and in a body bag. The Eagles were out for more than just a win. They wanted to win the fight. It was getting deadly. And the Cowboys' coach, Jimmy Johnson, knew Philadelphia was being shady. So after the game, he sounded off.
What concerns me more than anything else is when you take away from the integrity of the game. I mean, having bounties on opposing players is not the way it's supposed to be done. We were told last night by a coach, and it was confirmed by 2 different players. There's a $200 bounty on...
Bro, only for $200? $200? And you sitting over here, bro, you're sitting here making millions of dollars. You're doing it for a little bitty, measly, this much, $200. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Luis Zendejas, a $500 bounty on Troy Aikman. That takes away from the integrity of the game. And
500? Are we serious right now? Like, 500. You're not. Bro, okay, let's just get to the video. Let's start.
Oklahoma State, and now he's at the Cowboys, and he doesn't have the guts to take credit for a loss. He's trying to blame the Philadelphia Eagles, And so I have no respect for the man at all.
And here's where it gets wild. Johnson wasn't just talking smack. See, the Cowboys kicker Luis Cendejas, who had played for the Eagles the season prior, claimed he got a call from Philly's punter confirming the bounties were real. Look, Cendejas had a $200 price on his head, and Aikman reached $500. Now, Coach Buddy denied everything after the game, but 2 weeks later, they met again for Bounty Bowl number 2. But this game set up one of the most violent crowds in NFL history, because the city of Philadelphia got violent. I mean, they were throwing snowballs and even batteries at the Cowboys. And this game was filled with physical tackles. But there were no bounties to speculate this time around. The NFL has some violent history to bury. But look, we've hit our final moment on the list. So now we gotta talk about the most debated tackle ever. The time that Tom Brady pulled a Houdini act in the snow to give the Patriots a chance to win a playoff game that should have never even happened. See, before Brady ever won a championship, he had to get through Mike Woodson and the Raiders in the 2001 AFC playoffs. And with the Patriots down 3 with less than 2 minutes, Woodson made a tackle that called game.
Blitz, lost the football. It's on the ground.
Now, this looked like a clear fumble to everybody else you could see, but after a second look, Brady got his ass saved by the tuck rule. Look, the refs claimed that Brady's arm was moving forward, so New England survived with a miracle. And through the usual Brady heroics, he set up Adam Vinatieri for a shot to go to overtime.
The kick is away. It is good.
And from this point on, the Pats steamrolled the victory and eventually won their first ever championship. Now, this tackle could have altered history, so it became one of the most talked about tackles ever. And when Charles Woodson and Brady talk about it years later, Tom Brady revealed the truth.
Hit the ball out of my hands, just like this. That's where... Thank you, reenacted. Perfect reenactment.
But the ball's in your body. You bring it back.
No, it wasn't.
You come in here.
Okay, let's do it different.
Here.
Let's do it right here. Go ahead.
Go ahead and what?
If the ball was tucked, look what would have happened.
All right.
I'd have held on to the ball.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Doesn't take much pressure to knock it out at that point. Go ahead. Fumble. Or, in this case, tuck rule. In this case.
Freeze it on that.
In this case, it's...
Freeze it on that.
Crazy how one bad call on a tackle is just another moment of destiny for the GOAT.
All right, man. It's been your boy, What You Doing, Kyrie, man. I want to shout out Red Zone for the awesome video, man. You know, good video, man. I don't want to get copyrighted, you know. You feel me? But it's been your boy, What You Doing, Kyrie, man.
In my mind, running up, niggas better think twice. Niggas chatting with the gossip about. Niggas watching, they know how now. Smoking big dope when I'm riding out.